Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a new series on my channel where I review celebrity wines. So first up, we're going to have Kaitlyn Bristowe Spade and Sparrow 2.0 wines. We have a Pinot Noir, a Pinot Grigio, and a Rosé to try. Each of these retail for under $20, which makes them a perfect price. So price A+ so far. I'll also say that packaging, definitely a thumbs up on the packaging as well. I think that if I saw this in a supermarket or a store or anything, I would definitely pick it up. I think that it's a really nice kind of label. So let's start with our Pinot Grigio. It says it should have notes of crisp apple, melon, and citrus. So definitely a lot of melon here, maybe a touch of peach. There's definitely some citrus, maybe like lemon peel, but I'm going more golden apple opposed to crisp apple. It feels a little bit more tropical than orchard fruit here. And maybe a little bit of like a white flower, which I'm impressed that there are this many kind of like nuanced notes. So the palate, definitely like medium acidity, not as high as I would expect with a traditional Pinot Grigio. Maybe like medium plus, there's a good amount there, but definitely still getting those like maybe like golden apple, baked apple kind of notes, a little bit of melon, peach. Citrus isn't really there in the palate, neither are the floral notes, but I feel like there might be a little sugar in here. It feels a little creamy on the palate, which might be from sugar. I'm not sure what the actual like statistics are in this. Honestly, it's pretty good. I would give it a 7 out of 10, especially in this price point from a celebrity. I would definitely give it a 7 out of 10. I think that it is a good wine. Definitely needs to be super chilled. Final rating, 7 out of 10 for the Pinot Grigio. Let's move on to our rosé. So this says, this rosé is so good it has me saying, screw seasonal appropriateness. I'm going to drink rosé all day, every day, which, you know, I'm down for that. So again, 12% alcohol, just as California on the label. I don't know what the blend is here. All right, let's give this one a good swirly swirl. So this one's actually really muted to me. I'm not really getting a lot out of this at the moment. Definitely needs a little time to kind of open up here, but definitely getting like strawberry, cherry, a touch of raspberry. There's almost like a passion fruit, dragon fruit kind of vibe going on, but really light on the nose. Also, there's only 12% alcohol, so I think it's gonna be one of those like drink this by the pool and you're gonna have a really good day. The color is darker than, you know, a Provence style one, but we are in California, which, you know, you're gonna be having different grapes, so it definitely makes sense. So I kind of dig this. On the palate, really fruity, like that strawberry and the cherry and the raspberry really coming through for me. The acidity is probably, again, like that medium plus. It's not super acidic. So I would give this one probably a 6.5 out of 10, trending towards 7, 7.5, because I think this would be a great one to make into a frosé because it is so fruity. So if you want to take this, freeze it in ice cube trays, blend it up with some fresh strawberries, maybe a touch of grenadine and a spirit of your choice, like, you know, tequila and vodka are really safe bets here. I think that it would make a dynamite frozen cocktail. So if we want to go frozen cocktail wise, I think this is like a 9 out of 10 would be perfect for that. If we want to go drinking it by itself, I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7 because it is good. But for this under $20 price point, you know, that's where a lot of rosés fall. So there's a really big, you know, selection you can choose from in this category. So that's why I'm giving it a little bit lower of a score because there are so many other ones that you can get. Okay, our last one is the Spade and Sparrow's Pinot Noir. And apparently Kaitlyn is a huge Pinot Noir person. So I'm sure that there was a lot of love and thought that got put into this one. So it says, pop this Pinot and pour yourself a day changer with notes of fresh strawberries, raspberries, soft velvety tannins, and aromas of rose petals. Your mouth will thank you. So let's see. This is the booziest one. We're at 13.5% alcohol, which is really not that boozy in the wine world. But we're going to give this one a good swirl. I did chill the Pinot Noir as well because I think Pinots chilled are delicious. From the notes that I'm getting here, doesn't sound like it might be aged in oak. Maybe it's a little stainless steel action with these like bright red fruit flavors, but no, it definitely was aged in oak. Smell it right off the nose. So I do get a lot of the oak and touches of like vanilla and cedar, but the raspberry strawberry kind of vibe is there. There's almost a touch of something smoky to me, like a barbecue sauce, which maybe just is from the oak. She said also rose, which I don't pick up, but I also have a very hard time picking up rose and wine, so subjective. But definitely smells nice off the nose, maybe a little heavy on the oak for my personal preference, but let us taste. This is actually very tasty. Really, really red fruit on the palate, strawberry, raspberry. The oak isn't as aggressive on the palate. It's kind of subtle. You just get a little bit of a spice almost. But I think this is really good. Like, I'm going to put this at like an 8.5 because I think it's really, really tasty. Again, mine is slightly chilled. I think that it's benefiting from that, but it is actually really, really fantastic. Like I said before, apparently Kaitlyn is a huge Pinot person, so I understand why so much love went into this, but this is definitely the star. If you're gonna get any of them from this line, I definitely recommend the Pinot Noir. Get the rosé for the frozen cocktail vibe. And if you just want like a nice, like kind of white wine vibe, you want to sip it by the pool, definitely the Pinot Grigio. I mean, all of them are below $20, which I really appreciate that. Labeling's good. Definitely a good line if you are a Bachelor fan. I'm a Bachelorette fan, so I love seeing Kaitlyn be able to branch out and do other things that she's passionate about because, you know, wine is not an easy industry to get into. So I applaud her for what she has here because I think it's way better than someone might expect from somebody who is not in the wine industry or hasn't been for a really long time. So brava, Kaitlyn. These are really good. Definitely pick them up. 20 bucks. I think they're available on her website. So if you like these celebrity wine reviews or any of my other videos, make sure you hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and drop it in the comments any other celebrity wines you might want me to review. Coming up, I'll have Sting's wine, which will be my next celebrity review. So stay tuned and I'll see you later. Cheers.